everybody. Welcome to Under Yard Sports. My name is David Woldingen, and today we're going to be talking some Mizzou football recruiting. However, before I do that, please remember to hit the subscribe button to our YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages. Now, Mizzou just got a commitment, which I think is quite a steal out of the state of Arkansas. Excuse me. He is four-star outside linebacker Brian Huff. He's from Jonesboro, Arkansas. He's 6'3", 224 pounds from Valley View High School. He's had notable offers from, besides Mizzou, Arkansas, Kansas State, LSU, Mississippi State, Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, Ole Miss, and then some smaller schools after that. However, most notably, I feel like this is a steal for Missouri because he's coming right out from under the nose of Arkansas. Any recruit you can get from down there, especially with Oklahoma and Oklahoma State looking into him too, and Notre Dame for that matter, you're talking a real solid player that Mizzou just grabbed, especially when you're trying to out-recruit some of these other schools. So I feel like this is a huge, huge gift for Missouri. Talking a little bit about him, Mizzou mainly was looking at him in a linebacker position, looking at his highlights from his junior year. To me, he was mainly a run stopper. Most of his highlights were sniffing out runs, stretching out plays, forcing the running backs to bounce and then pursuit. He was also in on a lot of sacks, I noticed. A lot of pressures of the QB, things like that. What this tells me is not only does he have the speed to get to the quarterback, but from what I could tell, he did a great job fighting off lineman blocks and things like that. Once he picks up steam, he's a really hard person to stop. So if he can read the play correctly, fill in some of those gaps where the running back might be running to, he's going to do a stellar job, especially as a run-stopping linebacker, if you will. The one thing that might concern me a little bit is watching his highlight videos. I didn't see a whole lot of him covering routes, and especially if Mizzou is going on a two-linebacker system, there's going to be times where the linebackers are going to be forced to cover some routes here and there. So I'd be interested to see how he does in that part of his game. I know a few of his highlights showed on the offensive side that he was a wide receiver and that he had some decent hands. So what that tells me is he's capable of running routes. He's fast enough to get away, get separation. So if you turn that onto your advantage on the defensive side of things, you know how the routes are run. So you should be able to cover those. Again, there could be a lot of reasons why there wasn't many of those in the highlight videos. Some of that is just because the teams that play might only send out one or two receivers where the corners and safeties are covering everything. So it becomes a moot point when it comes to covering routes. Or they just use them primarily as a blitzing linebacker and a run-stopping linebacker, which could be key too. The way he accelerates, has decent speed. He has a body size. That's another key thing, especially sitting in the middle. If you have passes coming across the middle, with his lanky body, he has an advantage in the fact that he can get his arms out and knock some of those passes down, things like that. A lot of upside. He's athletic, fairly speedy, and looks like he knows how to read the game pretty well. His flow to the ball, his pursuit angles, the way he gets shuts off blocks, if you will, all show he's very talented. There are a couple of times I had him lined up on the line, kind of acting like an outside linebacker, or excuse me, outside defensive end, and use him as a pass rusher in that form too. which shows he's very versatile. And like I said, with this big body size, it makes perfect sense that they'd use him as a defensive end from time to time. Uh, I'm really excited about this kid. I think he's going to be a huge help for Mizzou, especially because I personally am not sure how deep our linebacker core is. But what I do know, in my opinion, is it's one of the weaker areas in the defense. And if you add him and a couple others, uh, just for depth purposes alone, it could be huge for Mizzou. Anytime you get a recruit from Arkansas, especially a 4-star recruit who's ranked 4th in the state, it's reason to celebrate. So I'm looking forward to watching his development. Under the Art Sports will keep you updated on all Mizzou related football recruiting news. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.